It comes down to like, so I think the only difference though there is like experience, right? So I think it's like people thrive for an in-person experience, and like our generation coming up even more so like wants an experience. Like even returning back to work, they kind of expect this new experience coming back to work. Like
I totally agree.
but I think like when it comes to like consuming data for business transactions, we have to like start thinking a little bit differently,
Well,
right?
and see, I think consuming data for business transactions is exactly the same.
But I
I
think the
think that that's why
experience
it
needs to
changes.
change, similar to like the retail experience. Like it has to change, right? Like it can't be like how it was like pre-pandemic. Like you're not just gonna like show up somewhere and like walk in and like lurk, right? You want like it to be like curated for you and like custom to you and something that's like going to bring you like a lot of joy, not just like a transaction. And I think that's like the key and like where we're headed to, like on the business side is like what's the experience, right, for us to actually like transact in the business world? What's the right way for us to send data and consume that data in the right ways? That's
And that's
mutually beneficial, right? So it's the same thing on the retail side. It has to be mutually beneficial.
and that's why I think that, this problem of like changes to formats, right? It's only going to accelerate, because you're exactly right. I think that people do realize like the way that you craft your PowerPoint matters a lot. The formatting of your document matters a lot, right?
Well, and
You
like
can
what
write
you're
exactly the same
finding,
thing, and if you format the document right, people will read it. If you format it wrong, nobody will read it.
and by the way, if you're a vendor, that likely means you're going to get delayed in payment, right? So
Totally.
like that's the key, right? And I think it's more about we're moving into a world where like if I'm a vendor, I can actually customize like what I'm doing for each of my customers. Like I don't have to have one standard across all those customers. And I think
Mhm.
that's like the key, right? Is you can actually be
Totally.
more influential like across like your interactions or your relationships. It's not like a one size fits all, and you're starting to see a lot of businesses actually like flex those models because it makes people
Totally.
more picky, right? If you're willing to give me what I want, right, and like how I want it, I will always come to you even if I have to pay a premium.